Have you ever signed a contract, assuming certain things were just a given, only to find yourself wondering later if those unwritten expectations actually hold legal weight? It is a common scenario in business, where not every single detail can be explicitly spelled out in writing. Well, you identify implied terms in contracts by understanding that they are provisions not expressly stated by the parties, but which are nonetheless considered part of the agreement. These terms are incorporated by law, custom, or the specific intentions of the parties to ensure the contract functions as intended, even without being verbally or written down. The core reason why implied terms exist is to give effect to the commercial reality and reasonable expectations of the parties, or to fulfill a legal requirement. Courts, for example, will imply terms to achieve business efficacy, meaning they will add a term if it is so obvious it goes without saying, and is necessary to make the contract workable. Other implied terms arise from common law principles, such as the duty of good faith in some jurisdictions, or from established industry customs and practices that both parties are presumed to know. Additionally, certain statutes, like consumer protection laws, automatically imply terms into contracts regardless of what the parties have agreed to safeguard weaker parties. To practically identify these implied terms, you should begin by thoroughly reading the explicit terms of your contract. Then, consider the context of the agreement, asking yourself what would be necessary to make the contract function commercially. Research industry standards and common practices relevant to your business sector, as these often form the basis for implied terms. Always be aware of any statutory implied terms that might apply to your specific type of contract or industry. Consulting with a legal professional can also help you uncover these often subtle, but legally binding, aspects of an agreement. A useful mental exercise sometimes employed by courts is the officious bystander test. Imagine an inquisitive third party asking the contracting parties at the moment of agreement, "Ought not so and so to be a term of this contract?" If both parties would instantly respond, "Oh, of course," then the term is likely implied. This concept, along with the business efficacy test, helps pinpoint terms that are inherently necessary for the contract to achieve its commercial purpose, even if unspoken. Ultimately, understanding how to identify implied terms is crucial for protecting your business interests and avoiding unforeseen disputes. It allows you to anticipate obligations and rights that extend beyond the written word, ensuring your contracts are robust and truly reflected the full scope of your agreements. By recognizing both express and implied terms, you gain a more complete picture of your contractual commitments and can navigate your business relationships with greater confidence and clarity.